Yeah, the guy from Team America. Hey, everybody, welcome to Whiskey Cinema. Today we're going to be talking about the one, the only, Matt Damon. And let's get this show started right. Welcome.
Are you ready for this?
Uh-huh.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Whiskey Cinema. I'm your host, Dano. With me, as always, beautiful Brandon Rich. How you doing, buddy?
Better than beautiful. Beautiful. That's how I'm doing. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Fucking just... God, yeah, I'm ready. I am ready. Let's...
If you want today's Whiskey Cinema, we always have different actors or different subjects we're talking about. Matt Damon is someone that it's hard to find a lot of movies that I don't like, but he's definitely in a lot of movies I do like. But I just
was not excited for this episode. I won't lie. I didn't think I was a big fan of Matt Damon. Right. Then I watched a bunch of his movies. Turns out I'm a big fan of Matt Damon.
Dude, let me tell you. Well, I was going to say, some of my favorite movies, he's either the star of or he's practically the star of. He's always in a bunch of star-studded casts that make some pretty good films.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, God. Well, first I want to talk to you, man. I haven't talked to you in a week. How's your week been? How's everything going in blazing Arizona?
You know what? They say it's hot here. They say it's a dry heat. But I feel like I moved to Florida the last few weeks. It's been raining and humid as fuck. Fuck. I was prepared for dryness. Why am I getting rained on every day?
Just, you're lucky, man. You know, those deserts, they got a lot of jungle-like climates.
They had to take some safety classes for work. Turns out snakes are one of the biggest threats for anybody in Arizona, no matter what your job is. Anyway, I'm moving back to Utah.
Oh, I'll come visit.
I'm going where there's not. I fucking hate snakes. I hate snakes. Fucking hate them.
There's zero snakes in Utah. They die in the cold. They live in the sun.
That is right. Fuck. God, I hate scorpions too. Fucking Arizona just no for me, man.
There's not a lot of good spots, but I mean, I'm sure there's people and awesomeness in Arizona, but as it comes to like bugs and reptiles, that's a little rough go.
I shit on Arizona a lot, especially in the summer. But when it comes to every other season, I love Arizona. It's actually a pretty cool place.
I love them all too. You got summer, you got diet summer, you got summer light.
That's right. Summer light's the best, man. Some fucking like 80 degrees. Yeah. Ooh. I know the perfect place to take you to see some scorpions. I talked to someone at work about it today. Apparently her house always has scorpions and snakes. I told her to move or burn the house down.
Dude, they probably attract more bugs. Those fucking things they're heat sensitive. Snakes would gather towards fire.
Well, since it's rained so much, I learned an interesting fact about scorpions and snakes. They don't want to be wet, so they elevate themselves and they will go into your house.
Oh my God.
And they're super aggressive. Scorpions see you, they're like, hey, bro, fuck you. Just as soon as they see you, that shit, 0 to 100 real quick.
Dude, the only thing I know from scorpions is the stuff I've seen on movies. I know that the small ones are extra venomous from Indiana Jones, and I know that if you eat one in the desert and you're the Rock, you get godlike powers.
I was the other thing I know is the Rock's the king.
Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to Whiskey Cinema. This week we're talking about Matt Damon. If you're just joining us, we appreciate all your comments, likes, and shares. Me and Brandon are stoked to be talking about Matt Damon. If you guys have suggestions for future episodes you would like us to do, please leave them down there because I don't know if this one was, but some of our previous favorite ones have been. But, dude, underrated, overrated. I also, a little bit about movies. I saw Suicide Squad and I watched Free Guy last night.
I haven't watched Free Guy. I'll probably see that one this weekend.
Okay.
I did watch Suicide Squad. What'd you think?
Suicide Squad, it seems to me that the only way they can make good DC movies is making them look more like Marvel movies.
First of all, I've never seen so much violence in a Marvel movie. So no.
That's what I'm saying. Like Shazam was the perfect mixture of funny Marvel kid jokes and then a demon biting someone's head off.
Yeah, I absolutely loved Suicide Squad. I have a new favorite movie character, and that's King Shark.
Dude, nom nom.
Stallone's best role? Yeah.
We should do Stallone soon.
Hand. That's the best character since Game Night. Goddamn neighbor cop.
Dude, Bird. King Shark, get off the comms.
I did, though. I absolutely love this movie. I know a lot of people didn't, which was crazy to me. My wife did not like it. I could tell halfway through when I'm laughing at everything, people are getting decapitated and split in half, and I'm loving it. Woo! And she's bored, trying to get comfortable, cuddling. John Cena killed it too.
Let us out of here.
Oh, I thought it was the perfect amount of corny.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. I don't want to do too many spoilers, but because you can watch it on HBO Max. Go see it in theaters. I saw it twice because I forgot that I promised I'd see it with somebody. But I wasn't mad I saw it twice anyway.
I'd go see it twice, but I don't want to go alone. I'm not that comfortable with myself to go places alone.
Just bring a couple scorpions.
I could.
Peacemaker. Steven has a great joke. Peacemaker was awesome. Can't wait to not see him.
Right, we're going to SmackDown. Roman Reigns is going to be talking in the ring to someone. We won't know.
They're having a spin-off series about that where Peacemaker's getting a couple of his own episodes on HBO. Whether or not it's a prequel, we don't know because he could have died in the movie. Could not have died, not telling. And he's also got 5 other story arcs he wants to do for HBO Max. I think a big F you to Disney because they try to mess with him, but I'm sure they'll work it out.
Yeah. Apparently Disney's just effing everybody. I don't know.
Dude, ScarJo, run for the hills. ScarJo, why you fight Disney?
Emily Blunt's thinking about, not Emily Blunt, Emma Stone is thinking about suing as well over Cruella. So, you know.
Well, here's the flip side. All you'd have to do to fix that is when she does Cruella 2, which they will make, just give her more money.
Did you see Cruella?
I saw Cruella.
What'd you think?
I like Cruella a lot. I thought it was a lot of risks they took.
I really liked it. There was some CGI there that I was like, all right, let's. But other than that, I really liked Cruella.
I want to tell you the bravest move I've ever seen in a movie is trying to make someone who kills dogs to make a coat out of it the hero. Unbelievably. Everyone's going the other direction. To make someone a bad guy in Suicide Squad, you burn birds alive. That's the bad guy now.
Yep.
In this, they go, let's root for the person who's going to skin puppies.
And it worked. They killed it. I was rooting for her. Fuck yeah.
Get the puppies.
Yeah, get them. Get them, Cruella.
I watched Free Guy. I would recommend Free Guy to go watch. They are doing a bold strategy, Cotton, which is they are not releasing it on HBO, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime. None of that.
Strategy.
If you want to see it, you got to go to the theater.
Yeah. Movies are better in the theater to me. I get it. You know, social distance is still a thing. Wear your mask if you're that scared. I don't know. But I fucking love going to the theater and watching movies. Because I don't get that experience in my house. That random stranger sitting next to me on their phone, chewing really loudly, making me want to punch them in the face. I absolutely love it, man.
You know what you need? You need a cousin Ronnie. I went and saw a movie with him once. There's a baby crying, and he stood up and turned around, and we were pretty close to the front, and he said, "Turn off your baby." And I remember going, Jesus, but thank you.
We went and saw Logan opening weekend. Packed as shit. There's a couple in the front row, front row section, having sex. 3 people got up at the same time and went and ratted them out. They were not being quiet.
Was it Ryan Reynolds having sex because he saw Hugh Jackman and loved it?
Right? They were getting escorted out. Guy yells, "Oh, you fucking snitches!" One other guy yells back, "At least we're not trash like you, dumbass."
That's good.
My fucking hero. And then we enjoyed the movie.
Yeah. You're like, oh, anyway, look at Hugh Jackman.
God damn. I don't blame him for getting turned on. You hear this scream?
You get a little handy underneath the blanket like the rest of us? Jesus Christ. In the popcorn?
That's right. Have some manners and just eat your popcorn first.
Yeah, but watch Free Guy. That's my recommendation. We both like Suicide Squad. Awesome movies out right now. Good time to be a movie fan.
It really is. Quiet Place 2 is also on, I think, Paramount.
Dude.
You guys want to watch that one?
Also not bad. Also not bad.
I have a new overrated.
Oh, no, Steven. Let's get into some of our overrated, underrateds right now, man. I want to get into some Matt Damon. I'm with you. When I was watched a couple of his movies, I'm like, I don't know about this guy. I watched a bunch of his interviews. I love this guy. I love him. Often I watch an interview of somebody and I go, this is why I don't watch interviews of celebrities. They're boring. They play interesting people. They're not interesting. He's down to earth. He's super relaxed.
Yeah, he seems like a decent fella. I'd like to get to know him. Go have a drink, play some cards with him.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. I'm going to jump in. Oh, underrated.
Okay, I'll get it.
My underrated
Okay.
is it's We Bought a Zoo. You can go fuck yourself.
Oh.
I don't love it, but I liked it. I was entertained. Yeah, it's corny. Who gives a fuck? It's a good movie. It's a feel-good movie. We don't like the feel-good, Danny? You don't like happiness?
Out of all his movies, you chose We Bought a Zoo?
There was a lot I had to choose from.
Right?
Because I feel like some of he's got some movies that are out there, and I could have made a list of some underrated. I had about 3 slashes.
Sure.
And I won't lie, I'll name them all right now. Stuck on You. I enjoyed it. It's a fucking movie.
I forgot about Stuck on You.
And Brothers Grimm, I don't think is as bad as Flixer says it is.
Which one?
Brothers Grimm.
Man. Okay. You're just digging the bottom of the barrel.
I told you, he's got some movies that Flixter shits on. They just pull down their pants and just take them.
Bad ones right now.
Those aren't that bad. Are they top tier movies? Are they The Departed? Fuck no.
Well, I mean.
Did I enjoy them? Did I have fun watching them? Did I leave disappointed? No. Isn't that the point? For me to have fun during a fucking movie?
Okay.
We Bought a Zoo, Danny. It is a good movie. It is a good, feel-good movie. You shut the fuck up, Steven. Stuck on You.
Easy.
Was a decent movie.
Don't get mad at our semi-producer, Steven. Okay? Okay.
Hey, he's our worst fan and our best fan at the same time. Because he's our only fan.
We should have left that. Speaking of OnlyFans, Steven, hit me up with the link.
Please.
We Bought a Zoo is so funny for your underrated movie. Here's the thing. I cannot be mad at this pick. This was one of my mom's favorite movies. I recently had to throw it in the garbage. She'd watch it all the time. I remember watching it. I'm like, Ma, we have Saving Private Ryan right next to that movie. She's like, yeah, but I like the Ryan.
So we get to overrated.
Oh, don't get crazy.
Teaser.
Oh my God.
So we watched We Bought a Zoo the other night.
Mm-hmm.
My wife's dad, who's a man's man, he's been roofing and doing all the construction work his whole life since he was 16, maybe younger.
Yeah.
Watches sports is the main thing he watches, sports and news. Mm-hmm. He sees that we're watching We Bought a Zoo. He's like, is this that movie where they buy a zoo? Oh, no fucking way. Like, I like this movie. It was a good movie.
You can't say that, man. You can't say that.
And I agreed.
This is what We Bought a Zoo?
We agreed on a movie was Wedding Crashers. I think we're on to something. It's a good movie.
Is this the one where he bought a zoo? Yeah. What's the title of it? We Bought a Zoo.
I thought it was funny. But still, he knew the movie. He said it was a good movie.
Well, he do a quick sales pitch for people that haven't seen it, which I assume is a couple. So
yeah. So Matt Damon, loses his wife. He's taking care of 2 kids. He was a what do they call a reporter? No, not a reporter.
A
He was
journalist?
that guy who chased down hurricanes and tornadoes and did all those thrill-seeking things. He needs a new start, though. You know, the small town he's in that he just reminded of his wife every corner. So he goes and buys a house. That house happens to be a zoo. He does know it when he buys it.
Dude,
like, oh my God, it's the zoo now.
Can you imagine like just buying a house and like, what a great deal? You just wake up the next day and there's hyenas. You're like, hold on. You're like, did you read the contract?
They're searching the house. There's a lion that roars. He goes, what the hell was that? He's like, I forgot to mention, it's a zoo.
Dude, I would do that and just keep elephants. I love me some elephants. I'd pay extra.
It's got Scarlett Johansson.
Yep.
And this isn't saying much, but it's her best performance since JoJo.
Okay. I was gonna say I was gonna be surprised.
No, I mean it's just a typical feel-good movie. Family buys a zoo. You see their struggles. They work through their struggles. Pays off in the end.
I've seen the movie. I know there's a couple feel-good moments in it. I like that this is your underrated movie. I'm just very surprised.
I bet you weren't expecting it either.
No. I almost took a video of me smashing this DVD because I had to take it to the dump because it made me laugh because it's such a nice movie.
What's better, We Bought a Zoo or Kevin James' Zookeeper? And it's We Bought a Zoo.
Yeah, but only one of them has Joe Rogan trying to act in it.
Well, one's got Scarlett Johansson trying to act in it.
Well, man, you're attacking ScarJo? What do you want, Disney's side? Easy.
Hey, I like her movies. I've never thought she was a great actress. But her movies never I'm not, oh, fuck this movie. Also, Jojo Rabbit's fucking amazing.
You know how easy it would be for Disney to give her the $30 million she would like?
Yeah, they make that in a day from my wife.
Dude, my brother goes so often there. I said, why don't you just get a part-time job? You go there once a month. You try to go during the biggest plague of our lifetimes.
My wife is doing a family girls trip. All the girls in the family are going down there to Disney World or Disneyland. And then we are going to Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights.
Ooh, awesome.
It's my Disney because I love horror. She goes, you think we can make time for Disney? Or I'm like, bitch, you're going to Disney 2 weeks before we go.
Wow, that's funny.
But maybe. I do love Disney.
Jesus Christ. Well, if you got the scratch, those are expensive trips.
Oh, I got the scratch. I do lottos.
Hopefully you just sold a zoo.
I actually just bought it. Turns out we're not profitable. Not up to code.
The upkeep for tiger food, as it turns out, you can't just keep feeding them hot dogs.
Turns out my employees weren't as nice, and they didn't stick around.
So underrated, We Bought a Zoo. My underrated is the movie behind me, which I watch people play poker all the time, and I love poker. I played recently. I lost terribly at it. I bought back in, lost more money, but I made it back in the drinks, and it's Rounders. I love Rounders. Rounders is an awesome movie with Edward Norton in it, who plays Worm, and you got a bunch of people that play great parts. John Malkovich plays the Russian mob. David Harbour, who plays the sheriff on Stranger Things.
Red Guardian and Black Widow.
Exactly. I can't remember, Alexei, I think. He was a bouncer at underground poker clubs that the guy came into to write the movie about. So he knew the writer. Really awesome movie. It's just about a guy who knows all the angles and still loses and has to take a normal job because he goes bankrupt, and he's still addicted to gambling, and he has a piece of garbage friend that gets him in trouble. It's an awesome movie. Really like it. Definitely check it out. If you're into poker at all, you've already watched this movie for sure. If you haven't,
maybe that's my thing. I don't love poker movies. Not a Rain Man fan. 21's eh. This movie was eh.
21's not bad.
I'm not a big Edward Norton fan. Yeah, he's awesome in Fight Club, one of my favorite movies.
Yep.
I don't know if there's a movie I'm like, man, fucking Edward Norton just smashed the shit out of this.
Dude, Primal Fear is a great one for him. Or Incredible Hulk. He literally smashes things.
All right, I'll give you that because he smashes them. Oh, that was CGI. He didn't smash shit.
It's true.
I don't love this movie, and I think it's your fault, Danny.
What?
So I knew exactly, as soon as we talked about Matt Damon, what your underrated would be.
Yep.
Because you talked about this movie a lot just in our personal lives.
It's true.
What have we known each other? 16, 17 years? Somewhere around there. Check my watch. It's got the calendars on it.
My iris.
Yeah, I watched for the first time this week. It was
Wow, the first time. That's surprising.
I don't seek out gambling movies because they're just not for me. Maybe it's because I suck at poker.
It's I was just talking about this with Free Guy. Free Guy is a thing about a guy who lives in a video game, an NPC that realizes he's in a video game. It's a fun concept if you play video games. If you do not, if you like read books, this movie would probably not make sense. You would have to play Grand Theft Auto once in your life to understand 20% of what's going on, at least.
I know they're remastering all the old school Grand Theft Autos. I think Miami Vice and San Andreas. I'm fucking stoked,
dude. They should have done a tie-in with this. It's called Free City in the movies. It's Taika Waititi's in it, dude. It's awesome. Yeah,
they do a little trailer for it. Not a trailer, a little skit for it, where Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, and he is Korg.
That's right. We're on the couch, and they do like a reveal.
Yeah, and I fucking love me some Korg. So,
well, yeah. Do you? Look, seen some gold. Hey, it's just me, big pile of rocks over here, hanging out. Dude, it's so much. He's funny. He's hilarious in it. He's very funny. Taika's always funny. As a good bad guy in it. But like I said before, if you didn't like Rounders, it could just be because it's not your bag. I thought it was a good movie by itself, but I understand if you're like, I don't really care about poker. Makes sense then.
I like poker. I'm not good at poker. But I mean, I like sex too, and I'm not good at that. So, just saying.
Those are our underrated. Let's get to some overrated. I know that this is usually.
I have a lot.
Oh, okay.
Everything Matt Damon and George Clooney did.
I mean, I don't even. What is that? What are you trying to say? Everything?
The Three Oceans, Monuments Man, which fucking sucked. I don't hate the Oceans movies, by the way. I just don't think they get a lot of love. I don't think it's warranted. George Clooney is overrated.
That's okay. I mean, you didn't like him in Roseanne?
I don't know if there's a George Clooney movie. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah. What is that, a George Clooney movie? Fuck yeah, turn that on.
Dude, Leatherheads? Come on. Oh, brother, where art thou?
That one's I'll give you that one. But I'm not seeking for it. If that's your pinnacle, step your game up, bro. That shouldn't be your best movie. I would put that over Gravity with Sandra Bullock.
Gravity was not good to me either.
For me,
you nailed it. My overrated is any Ocean's 11 past Ocean's 11.
I think Ocean's 13. Maybe not the best, but
they start turning into the Fast and the Furious franchise for me.
Well, no, they knew where to end it.
Ocean's 15. Well, now they started at 8. They went back to 8.
Well, they went back to their all-women's version, which is decent. I don't hate it. Sandra Bullock. She's in it.
It was watchable. It was as watchable as the first one.
Yeah. They're not. I like heist movies. I like to know there's a twist. But, not for me, dog.
Say a twist every movie where they always win? And no one's surprised.
Lose a little more, but you can. Also, Team America. I don't like that movie.
And none of it?
Nope.
Wow. Do you like South Park?
Wildly over. Oh, I like South Park. Yeah.
It's like the same sense of humor.
I don't know. I tried 2 or 3 times to love this movie because everybody does. I can't do it. I don't love this movie.
Dude, I I mean, it's weird to say that you don't like any part of it. I'm So Ronray song by itself is really funny. When the guy says you might be
don't
captured.
remember anything from the movie, so I don't know if there's a part maybe I did like, laughed at, whatever, but I don't remember.
Dude, the beginning is a spoof of the song from Rent where we've got AIDS. We've all got AIDS. I mean, that by itself should let you go, I'll try this movie out.
Yeah, that was a good age joke.
Everyone's got AIDS, AIDS,
AIDS are
AIDS.
funny.
Dude, I mean, I don't want to tell you to watch it a third time, but I don't know how you could not find that movie funny. There's a sex scene with dolls that I had to look away from because it was getting too graphic, and they were puppets.
You know what it reminds me of is Sausage Fest.
Oh yeah,
I
a little
want
bit.
to like Sausage Fest. I really did. Like I didn't like that one either. I mean, it had funny.
Yeah,
you know, I don't remember any part from that movie.
That got a little bit too much for me.
But I mean, it's the characters having sex. I thought you were into that. Inanimate objects just fucking. Oh, you froze. Oh, there you are. Can you hear me or not?
Your voice is cutting out for me just a little bit.
Awesome.
What you'll do is we'll take a break right now anyways, because right about there, and then we'll talk about our favorite or worst, a couple more Matt Damon movies, and we'll just try to fix it on our end. Stay tuned, guys. Be right back. Brought to you by The Buzz. Vicodin on potatoes is a meal. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Whiskey Cinema. We're talking about some of our favorite Matt Damon moments and movies from the man himself, which he's awesome, and he's also one of the most rescued actors in Hollywood with, I think it's Georgia Under Fire, Saving Private Ryan, Martian, and the other space movie he's doing, I think Interstellar. The total cost to save all of his characters in all the movies, which was done by a YouTuber, was $600 billion.
He's worth it.
Every time.
He's absolutely worth it. All right. What was your overrated? Did you agree with me, Oceans?
Yeah, my overrated was all of the Oceans past 11. They should have stopped.
Okay. That's what I thought.
I liked Oceans 11 a lot. I thought it got a lot of hype, but it was worth it. It's a remake of an old one, but it was good. And then the sequel and the sequel, I go, all right, take it easy there.
Well, every movie's got to have a sequel, man. Sorry. It's the way the world works.
I guess.
All right, so I'm excited for this. Let's jump into worst.
Oh, we're just jumping into it? Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Jumping into it. Gary. Or is it Jerry? It's Jerry.
I don't know if I know this movie.
So it's on Peacock, I believe.
Okay.
It's got Casey Affleck.
All right.
If you want to watch two dudes walk for 2 hours, this is your fucking movie. It fucking sucks. I couldn't finish it. It literally is half the movie of them just walking, not saying anything. Just breathing heavy.
Oh.
It's only them. Nobody else is in that movie.
Really?
Yes. They go hiking and get lost in Death Valley. That's the premise of the movie. You follow them trying to not be lost. It is horrible. I feel like you'd like it, though.
I'd have to see it before I could say if it's shit or not.
61% on Flickster.
Okay.
No chance in hell is it better than We Bought a Zoo.
Why is that always your go-to?
Because it got worse ratings, and I would watch We Bought a Zoo 1,000 times before I watched Jerry. And it's Jerry with a G, but he says Jerry in the movie.
It's so funny. Jerry.
Okay. It's like it feels like an indie movie. I don't know if it is, but it was just, it's like you found someone's GoPro and you're just like, I'll watch it. Maybe something interesting will happen. And you just sit there and watch it. And it's like, so yeah, they just walked. Nothing happened.
Nobody got a boulder trapped in his arm and then had to use a pocket knife to.
No, they didn't have to eat their way out of anything, or I'll go to the high hill and then we'll meet back here. And then it's 10 minutes of them arguing about where they were supposed to meet.
Yeah, that's rough.
It fucking sucks. Boring shit. Watch it just so I know what everybody else thinks. It's on Peacock.
Jerry. Okay, I'll have to try it. That's on Paramount, you said?
Peacock, yeah.
Oh, Peacock. Watch Laszlo instead. I see clips of Laszlo on TikTok all the time. That show looks amazing.
Yeah.
Ted Lasso? Laszlo? I don't know. Yeah. One of those.
Ted Lasso? Are you talking about the Jason Sudeikis?
Yeah, where he's like an American coach that coaches soccer.
Yeah, iTunes, Apple.
Okay.
Apple Plus or whatever. I think he won an award for that movie or that show.
Dude, it looks good. I keep seeing clips of it. Like, I'm gonna go, okay, whatever, and I watch it for 30 seconds. I'm like, this is fucking well done.
Yeah, he won an award for best actor in a TV, I think, and I think he was high when he got it. Go watch him accepting his award. They did it during COVID, obviously, so they're all at home, and he's lounging out. That dude is at home. He ain't wearing no suit. Fuck that. I don't blame him. That dude probably didn't think he was going to win or something, and he looks toasted.
That's so funny.
It's hilarious.
Well, man, I mean, you're partying, you know? I don't blame it at all. I'm going to go quickly with mine because no one's seen it, which is Downsizing.
It's Downsized, isn't it?
Downsized, sorry.
Either way,
is it Downsizing? It's one. It doesn't matter.
It's a shitty movie.
Here's the premise. He's a psychiatrist with his wife. I watched this movie for this episode, and that's my penance. They can't afford a good house. So what they do now in the future, which I live in California, makes all the sense in the world. They shrink you. So now you have a big house with other things. You can afford food because you can pay for it with your money. And then now you get a lot more food and all this different stuff. But it's not a good movie. What it is like showing an ominous take on the future and how it could be scary if we don't focus on. I'm like, I get it. Make it entertaining still.
No,
dude,
that's not what they want.
So preachy.
They just wanted a message to get across, bro.
Well, the message was I wasted $4.
I wasted my time with this movie.
Dude, you reminded me of it. Jason Sudeikis is in this. Kristen Wiig. They got a good cast. Christoph Waltz. That's a bingo. I mean, they've got a good.
Christoph Waltz don't do good movies unless Quentin Tarantino's doing them.
Man, I want to disagree, but I can't think of a lot of Christoph Waltz movies off the top of my head.
Green Hornet?
Ooh. E.
Other ones?
I know, I can't think of. I see that. I think it's unfair.
I had more, but then I named one. I was like, you know what, you're done. Let's continue on.
Yeah, but don't waste the money. Just watch a document. Watch The Big Short about the housing market. That happened like 10 years ago, which is happening again, and no one cares. So just save yourself some time, and that's a better movie.
That movie too, The Big Short.
Way better movie though.
I don't know. I didn't like it. It's not my type of movie though. I would still watch them both over
Jerry. You're making me want to see it.
Something fucking happens. Shit happens in Jerry. My wife came up, she's like, "Oh, you're watching a movie." I'll leave. I'm like, "No, please stay, so I don't have to watch this anymore."
I don't know what you're going to put for your best, so I just kind of have to hope that I'm not going to name one of your best.
Well, you know, but I did have to slash it because I've talked about it 3 weeks in a row.
Okay. But I want to talk about some of his younger movies. I want to talk about the Bourne Legacy and all of those things, Jason Bourne movies.
I wanted to put these up there. I did.
God, dude, they're still good. The third one made as much more money than the first two, and I was like, what a ripoff. I usually get mad. The sequels are good. It's an awesome movie that they wanted Brad Pitt to play, and then they wanted like two other leading men to do it. And like, we'll use Matt Damon. Matt Damon crushed it. He was awesome at this. And the way he took it was, he goes, I want to be like a reverse James Bond. James Bond has a gadget for every problem. I want him to have to use whatever he's holding in his hand to fight someone.
And he did with a rolled up newspaper.
Dude, a pen, just stabbed a guy in the hand, and then, yeah.
Was he John Wick? Or is John Wick Jason Bourne?
Jason Wick.
Yeah, I really like these. It's top-notch trilogy. I would put it up there, the top 5 maybe, of all trilogies.
Still holds up.
Got more than 3 these trilogies anymore.
There was one with Jeremy Renner where they did like a prequel or something. Not a bad movie, but
and then they did a TV show as well in these movies.
Yeah, it's getting a little.
I think it got canceled.
Well, it's just, I mean, you're modeling a TV show off after a movie that happened 15, 20 years ago. It's a little bit of a reach.
The Jeremy Renner one, I don't remember hating, but I don't remember.
How did you say his name?
I stumbled over it. Well, I think it's a Jimmy Renner.
I'm just curious.
I think it sounds better than how I originally said it.
Okay. I thought you said Jiminy. I was like, can you wish upon a star? You know, that one. Talented Mr. Ripley was also a good movie from back in the day where he actually showed off his acting skills and his impersonating skills with Jude Law and a couple people in it. Not his best movie.
Jude Law?
You can't just attack people, man.
I have a podcast, so yeah. Isn't that why people start these things? Is just so they can spread their views and shit like that? Their ideals?
I guess you just. How could you say about Albus Dumbledore Dash young version?
And instead of talking about presidents, though, I just talk about how Jude Law is not a good actor.
Okay.
Those are my ideals. There's 2 things in life I'm passionate about, other than my wife. It's music and movies.
My wife's shitty taste in movies.
And video games. I love it. Whatever. She loves it. We bought a zoo. Shitty taste in movies. Fuck off.
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
She loved it.
Well, We Bought a Zoo. She does have good taste in movies, but I wouldn't count We Bought a Zoo as great taste in stuff.
You're right. Good taste. Not great, because the movie's not great. It's good.
Okay, that's fair. I also want to talk about one of my favorite weird parts that he did, which is LaBeef in True Grit. If you guys have seen the remake with Jeff Bridges, he's a weird, like, Army Ranger or Texas Ranger who talks a lot of shit and had his tongue almost bit through. And I don't know, something weird about this side character. So funny. He's like, what do you do? And he's just like, Texas Ranger. Just does like weird, goofy little flex shit like that. That I'm always like, this guy's such a cheesesteak, but he plays the part so well.
Matt Damon could be the most charismatic dude, but his roles aren't usually that.
No,
he could be a more serious Wilson.
What?
I said he could be a more serious version of Owen Wilson.
That's funny. That's a great take. Honestly, his timing. There's a lot of great dramatic actors, but they're not funny. They don't have good timing. Matt Damon has good timing, and he's a good dramatic actor. It's pretty rare. DiCaprio is one of the best actors. Never seen him in a comedy.
Tom Hanks?
Well, Tom Hanks did a lot of comedies. That's how he started his career.
I'm just saying, now he's known as one of the greatest actors.
I mean, if you haven't seen Castaway and laughed your ass off when that volleyball floated away, and then you cried in the theaters, that was the best practical joke.
Right. Fresh Prince. Nothing. Can't forget about Eurotrip.
Oh, Eurotrip. What a great cameo.
I know a dude I used to work with. We're friends, so I can just say he's fucking old as shit. 60, 70. I'm just kidding. He's probably like 50. Mm-hmm. He's our warehouse guy. He always just fucking sang that song.
It's a good song, man.
It's catchy. It's catchy.
Scotty doesn't know that
I
Fiona.
actually liked this movie as a kid.
Dude,
I
it's
watched
not a
it
bad
later
movie.
as a more mature man.
Dude, there's a this isn't where I parked my car when he gets in the hot tub. I mean, there's a bunch of parts in it that still are pretty funny.
Oh, I saw an interview. Side note, with Sean William Scott.
Okay.
They were talking about Dude, Where's My Car? And how him and Ashton Kutcher were like, dude, we're going to win an award for this movie. This is going to be an amazing movie.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, they didn't, and they were surprised. And then they started talking about a sequel.
Okay.
Where it was really, where's my car? And I am all for it. If they make that still, I won't be that excited because it's, 20 plus years later, but I'll still go see it.
Dude, let me tell you something about sequels. Sequels need to have, your sequel title game needs to be on point. Dude, Where's My Car? Now, really, where is it? That's a great one. One of the ones that upsets me the most is they made a Now You See Me, and then they made a Now You See Me 2. Clearly, the title in a magician movie, Now You See Me, is Now You Don't.
Is that what? Mine would be, poof, I'm gone.
Whatever. 2? You're starting a phrase. And there's a second part that everyone knows.
You know what I mean? The reawakening. Everything's the reawakening.
Dude, I mean, just try.
That's fair. You gotta have a good title. Too Fast, Too Furious. That's a great title.
Great title.
Too Fast, Too Furious. They ain't just Fast and Furious anymore. They Too Fast and Too Furious.
That's right.
Great title ever.
The Fast and the Furious.
Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Fast and Furious 80.
Dude, I'm mad that their fourth movie wasn't called The Fast and the Furious.
But better. Fast and the Furious 4. Steven loves those movies. Those are his favorite movies. Also, quick question for you, Danny.
What?
Cheez-Its or Goldfish?
Goldfish.
Get the fuck out of here. This podcast is over. I am
Wait,
leaving.
hold on. I have a reason. I eat them with my niece when she allows me to. I don't have a choice. I eat whatever she has. To be fair, because they're fish-shaped, they almost taste the exact same to me.
That's fine. Steven just really hates Cheez-Its. Like despises Cheez-Its, so I was curious.
Hey, I'll eat them if you cut them to the shape of a flounder.
What about a trout? The best I can do is a trout. Hammerhead shark?
I'm checking. I know. I'm just checking the shape. I'm like, oh my god, look at this dorsal appendage. Nice try. Garbage.
I won't cut it. I'll chew it out into the shape of a fish for you.
I'll eat whatever you chew for me.
Spit it in your mouth like a bird.
I want to talk about a movie. I don't think it'll be on either of our lists for best, but maybe it will. I hope it isn't. If I did, my bad, Ski. It's Saving Private Ryan.
It is not. It is not on my list. But I do have a fun fact about the movie. All the actors attended boot camp except Matt Damon because they wanted real tension between them and Damon, and they got it.
Why? Is it because
they didn't want? He's being saved. He doesn't need to go through that shit.
Oh, so they all suffered for like
they all suffered.
Like a week.
He didn't.
That's so funny. So they all suffered for like a week, and then he was like in a hotel.
Yeah, he was living lavishly. He had cucumbers over his eyes. I'm sure. I don't know.
Another thing about Tom Hanks, I didn't know that about Matt Damon, but I know that he was the only one that volunteered to do it beforehand, and all the other actors had to be convinced to do it. Tom Hanks was like, I'm in this role. This is me. I'm going to boot camp. And then
he's a
like,
actor.
Really? I mean, can we not? And Barry Pepper was like the snipers, like, let's go, bro. Parker, out!
You don't know this, but Castaway was shot on a GoPro because he insisted that he get stranded on an.
He also insisted somebody put their head in a volleyball and CG out the body part and talk to him.
Wilson!
He's going to take out his tooth in real life in the scene with an ice skate.
Do you think Saving Private Ryan is the greatest war movie ever?
I thought about this a lot recently because I was trying to explain to someone how good like other war movies are, and there's a bunch of really good ones. This is the best one. I think there's nothing better than this one. And I mean, all of the soldiers not trying to be heroes, but going, fuck the enemy. I hate their guts. Have them dig their own grave, and then I'll shoot them in the face. I don't care. I'm like, dude, that's if someone killed your friend, you're not like, hey, we're all people here. You're like, dude, I've seen these dickheads kill my people for so long. They're playing out dog tags like it's poker. There's so many awesome parts in this.
I have a hot take for you.
Whoa.
1917 is the best one.
Really?
Yep.
Better than Saving Private Ryan?
If I said best, that means there's nothing better.
I
absolutely love 1917.
Does it have a French song being played on like a record player? Oh, Sevilla, echoing
You
across
won't
the streets.
follow one dude.
I'm gonna have to watch it now.
Cameos in this movie where you're like, they probably should be the star, but you don't care because the dude doing it, the dude who is the star, whose name I can't remember off the top of my head, absolutely kills this movie. It's got Benedict Cumberbatch. You're like, he's just in there for like 5-10 minutes.
Wow.
Doesn't even matter. Doesn't even fucking matter. 1917 to me is the best war movie. Spoiler alert for a war movie.
Dude, I'm gonna have to watch it because that's how people jump on the barbed wire to me so they can climb over them. I mean, there's the water, the bullets. So I'm gonna have to check it out for sure.
All right, let's get into our best.
Okay,
I want to see what your best is before I talk about anything else.
Okay,
Departed for me is my best, just so we all know.
What's that?
The Departed is my best.
Okay. I assumed as much. I'm not mad at it at all. For me, my favorite. Well, let's talk about Departed first.
Matt Damon's a bad guy. He's a douchebag in this movie, but charismatically, and I absolutely fucking love him.
He's not a main
fighters, and I laugh. Let's save a fucking cat in a fucking tree, you quiz.
How about he stabs the Chinese guy who's taking out the garbage because he thinks he's getting tailed? Dude, he does this with his eyes, waiting for someone behind the dumpster. And I know I've done this hiding from somebody, where you're just hiding behind something, and his eyes are like this. He looks down for a second, like, I'm gonna fucking do this. I have to do this. He doesn't say anything, but with his eyes, he's like, and then he just gets ready, and you're like, and the guy pops out down, and he goes, oh, and he falls on the ground.
I love when he's on a date. They bring him something. He goes, oh, fuck. I didn't know whether I should whip out my gun and shoot this thing or eat it. And then they bring him this weird, fancy-ass dessert, and he's like, oh, they have this, huh? They have this, but they don't have my carte blanche or whatever it was. She's like, we could have gone somewhere. I was like, no, I'm just saying. Like, it's fine, but they just didn't have what I wanted.
Dude, that girl in it, Vera Farmiga, and their relationship is, I'm friends with some sheriffs and cops. It's very much relatable to know it. My aunt was a detective. They're harsh and brutal and quick because of their job. And you could tell he's like, his fucking phone over here. God, it fucking keeps ringing. She's like, forget it. He's like, no, I'm going to get it. You answer the phone. Answer the phone. I'll be right back. She's in her eyes go like this. And just does it. I'm like, yeah, dude, it's hard for him to turn it off. He does a great job conveying a Boston statey who's trying to.
Is he from Boston?
Yeah. Boston boy.
You know what? Let's tie it into my second favorite movie. Good Will Hunting.
Well, now we're at the same movie.
This was my favorite Robin Williams movie, so you know it's going to be right behind The Departed. I love this movie, and he kills it. And my wife, she's never seen this movie. She's not a big movie buff. She's watched a lot of movies now that we're together, but she goes, how about them apples? I'm like, wow, you really are excited for Matt Damon, aren't you? She's like, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, well, you don't, because you've never seen the movie.
I totally understand people having different genres. I myself am terrible at rom-coms, and musicals are the worst things to me.
You just like good movies because we bought a zoo.
Well, I mean, that's fair. But it was weird. I love zoos and animals. But, dude, Good Will Hunting to me is, short of some Ben Affleck overacting, damn near perfect. It's such a great movie. Robin Williams every character you believe immediately. Like everyone's selfish in their own way. But yeah, it's one of my favorites, dude. Him being a troubled savant genius, and a movie that he wrote. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck won Best Screenplay for this. Which, by the way, what have you been writing since? Get back to writing. You're awesome at it. What are you doing?
Ben Affleck, get back to writing. I mean, Matt Damon's making a great career.
Speaking of which, they have a movie coming out called The Last Duel with Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Adam Driver, and I'm gonna look up the name of the girl because I am in love with this girl.
You should. And while you do that, tell me what you thought of The Great Wall.
Oh my god, that fucking movie.
This movie is so bad, even Matt Damon's daughter knows it sucks. She gives him shit for making it.
What?
That's a true thing. That's not something I just made up. Facts.
It sounds okay. I elaborate. What do you mean? How do you know this?
I just saw it somewhere on the internet, and everything I see on the internet is true.
Come on. Well, I know that the guy that did it was a huge Chinese filmmaker, and everyone was mad that he got to do a big American movie, and he cast 2 white guys in a movie about the Great Wall of China. But he said, I'm just a big fan of Matt Damon. I wanted to work with him. I'm sorry that this upset so many people. I like Matt Damon, and I'm like, looking, I go, and it's money. I saw that movie because Matt Damon was in it. Plus, it looks so crazy. You're on a Great Wall of China.
Matt Damon doesn't need to do bad movies anymore just for money. He can do good movies because he's proven he can.
Yeah.
And still make good money, except for Jerry. I'll watch the
he's got a couple ones that are weird too. Like I said, Downsizing. He's got one out soon about Stillwater that looks good. And the girl's name is Jodie Comer. She's awesome.
That guy was the Mandalorian.
That the guy, the Mandalorian? Who? Oh, Pedro Pascal. Yes, he was the other mercenary.
Who is going to be Joel in The Last of Us HBO series, and I'm fucking stoked.
Tired. And I'll bring it all the way back. You ready? I'm bringing it all the way back. So Matt Damon was now such a big star that he can star in any of these kinds of movies he wants to, work with any director. But he started because of his work ethic in Good Will Hunting, where he met people and he said, hey, what do I need to be an actor? And everyone told him, don't do it. You can't.
They were right.
He said that was his favorite acting advice he ever got, because in a industry of 1,000 no's and 1 yes, if you can't get your feelings hurt, you'll never make it. So anytime anyone asks him now, hey, I'm an aspiring actor, what should I do? He says, quit, don't. And he leaves it at that. And it was like, he's a dick. Now I'm going to quit because of him. You're like, well, he might have saved you time, because you're going to get turned down as corpse number 5 in CSI episodes for 5 years before you ever get a talk.
I'd love to be corpse number 5. Preferably 4, but I'll do it.
I like to think that you didn't even play a good dead body well.
Yeah, I would. I've had a lot of experience around dead bodies, so it'd be perfect. It'd be perfect.
I don't want to hear about you and your orgies.
Hey, those graveyards are lit. Did you ever watch Ford vs. Ferrari?
I did. Christian Bale, good story and well acted by everybody in it, I thought. So
I really like this movie. But to me, this feels like a straight-up Christian Bale movie, because that motherfucker stole the show. Matt Damon's good in it.
Right.
Christian Bale.
I feel the same way about The Departed. The Departed to me is very much a DiCaprio, Jack Nicholson movie. Matt Damon's good in it, but I don't consider him carrying it at all. I consider him a great part, a great character, but not.
I consider it a Mark Wahlberg, Anthony Anderson movie, but whatever.
Do you? Dude, you're right, man. I mean, when you're right, you're right. You know, I can't be mad. He's my favorite part.
But yeah, I did really enjoy Ford vs. Ferrari. I did debate on putting it up there. I wanted it on my list somewhere because it blew away my expectations. I thought it'd be an all right movie. The story was good. The acting was better. Yeah, absolutely. I did really love Christian Bale in that movie, though.
Him when they say, hey, your trunk's not up to code in your car, And he goes, "It's fine." They go, "No, I think it was like 2 inches too tall or too over the top." So just like goes over there, takes a pipe and smashes the trunk in until it fits
with a wrench, and he just looks at me as he's talking to Matt Damon. There, you happy? Just throws his wrench and leaves. I was like, that's so funny.
He's like, "That's our genius guy who's smart." And he's like, "Oh fuck."
He's got a temper. He's got a temper. Can't believe him.
So you already named my favorite, which was Good Will Hunting. I gotta go see About a Girl.
Yep.
It's not your fault, Will. It's not your fault. What's that? It's not your fault. I know it's not my fault, man. Stop. It's not your fault. Stop saying that. Like, such a good scene. Awesome. I love Good Will Hunting.
Robin Williams got a line in there about his wife, how she always used to fart in her sleep. That was ad-libbed. They both sat there. Real reactions from both of them during that. They kept it in. So that's another reason I love it. But that's Robin Williams. He ad-libbed fucking every line, I assume.
There is a take of Good Will Hunting where they take all of the times a shot is used in the movie and it bobs a little bit and they edit it together. And they say this is when Robin Williams was making everyone laugh on the set. And they asked Matt Damon, they said, "Is this real?" And he said, "I'd have to see the clip." He's all, "But I'll tell you, did he make us laugh the entire time?" Absolutely. And he's like, "It was one of my greatest honors was to be around somebody who was so brilliantly funny." He's like, "I try to learn as much as you can from a guy that's like that, but you realize you're outclassed so quickly, you just enjoy being around him."
Speaking of dudes who can be funny and really good at serious acting, that is Robin Williams.
24-hour photo.
Jack.
I want to get into one more movie unless we got a couple other ones you want to talk about. If we've missed any, go ahead and comment with them on the side or leave us a comment or message. We appreciate you guys. But I want to talk about one that I heard you've just watched recently and I really enjoyed, which is The Martian. What did you think? What's your verdict?
It is a really good movie. I watched it late, obviously, because I recently just watched it. I missed it when it was in theaters. Got a lot of hype, so I was nervous to watch it because it was such a good movie. It is a really good movie. Two things that I noticed in this. There's an Iron Man reference.
Yes.
We have a Marvel character in there. And there is a Lord of the Rings joke. And there is John Bean in there. So I'm like, guys, look, just look to your right. Just look to your right. Just look to your right, guys.
So you have the Slurpee guy that's in it, Michael Pena, who's the guy from Ant-Man. And you have Sebastian Stan in it.
He was talking about Iron Man. I was like, but yeah, there is him. I do love Michael Pena. Jeff Daniels, Jessica Chastain, Kate Mara, Michael Pena. I cannot pronounce his name, but I'll try.
Get it.
Ejiofor, that's his last name.
Yeah, I'm actually a big fan of him. I think he's underrated.
I think he's really good too. Sebastian Stan, Kristen Wiig, Donald Glover, Mackenzie Davis, Sean Bean.
Maybe one of my favorites, Donald Glover. The scene where he figures it out and then walks out of the room and falls down and pops back up.
Off the coffee he dumped out or spit out into a milk crate, thinking that was going to hold it.
That was ad-libbed by him that they kept in the movie.
That's not even surprising. I love Donald Glover. And I got, if you guys are Community fans, I got Abed vibes from his character. I was like, look at him, channeling these are Abed. But I love Community. I just named my fantasy football team after a deep cut from that show.
Nice. Yeah, Danny Pudi. He's very funny. I saw him recently on Mythic Quest, I think, the one on Apple TV with the guy who does Always Funny in Philadelphia, Rob Mack, something like that. But yeah, no, The Martian's a great movie. I try to get everybody to watch this movie at least once. There's so many bad movies to me that are about space. Gravity to me is okay at best. Interstellar is okay at best. The Martian,
that's an overdone genre that doesn't deserve it. Space.
Yeah.
I can't wait till we talk about space movies.
Well, I'll say we could do soon, man. Maybe next time a billionaire decides to spend $1 billion and take his buddy to space.
We could. He's flying to space. Meanwhile, at Amazon, they can barely use the bath.
Well, they knew the rules. They're just going to replace them with robots anyways that smash into them when they try to cross over. Watch the lines, Carol.
Eventually. I worked in an Amazon. That technology is great.
Do they have the robots that drive by and smash into people?
They don't smash into people, no.
Okay.
They have big ass like Roombas, those vacuums. They have those that carry shells. I didn't work in every area, but fuck, they drive around with shells on them, and they just follow the lines. So as long as you don't step in their lines, I'm sure. But no one's allowed over there except for like maintenance.
Except for people that want workman's comp.
Dude, UPS has fucking worked a lot of places. UPS has forklifts that drive themselves. If you step in front of it, it stops on a dime.
So I shouldn't get a job as a forklift operator. Everyone watching this podcast episode, switch careers. Go to something else. Robots are coming.
Right. If you work in a warehouse, come join us in roofing.
Oh, no. Come work us with robot repair. Build the things that will take your job.
If I could do that, I would. But this podcast is going to take off any day now. So
it already is. Yeah, I wanted to, dude, putting Vicodin on your potatoes because no one could tell you not to. Captain Blondebeard.
I've been out of ketchup for 2 weeks.
I mean, I have only one option. I'm going to have to science the shit out of this. There's so many good quotes. It was a book that was written that no publisher wanted. He released it himself on Amazon for a cheap price. It blew up. Everybody loved the story. He's done another book after that, which was equally successful. I can't remember the author's name. I'm really sorry. I looked it up earlier. But awesome. I mean, I really like The Martian. Definitely check it out. I think our other favorites are Departed is on Netflix. Like, go watch Departed today.
Do it. If you've already seen it, watch it again. Watch it for me. Or if you haven't finished it, finish it, Steven.
Steven?
My wife hated that movie. I'm pissed still, though.
She doesn't like dramas. She's just not a drama fan. No big deal.
She likes feel-good movies based on true stories. I saw Mark Wahlberg's newest one where he walks the country.
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump's better. Man, I'm excited to do Tom Hanks one day.
Well, I just assume we're gonna do another. I assume we're gonna do something about Boston police next week, so we can talk about Departed for 4 weeks in a row.
No, what's great about The Departed? It's got so many actors. I can just keep because next week we're doing Jack Nicholson now. Martin Sheen.
I don't like all these great suggestions you're giving me. That will lead me back to Departed. I love Jack Nicholson. I love that guy.
All right, what would you rather talk about? The Departed or Shrek?
Well, guys, that's about all we got left on time for our podcast. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning into Whiskey Cinema. We super appreciate Matt Damon, which, by the way, I found an actor that Brandon didn't say was shitty or overrated so far in like the last 5 or 6 times we've done this.
Sometimes you go in thinking, man, I really like this actor. Then you really watch some of his movies and you're just like, so maybe I don't really like this actor as much as I thought.
Well, I don't know how you could feel that way. Next week, we'll be talking about Vin Diesel. We can all agree that guy's the greatest actor on the planet. I hope everybody has a great week, and we will see you this Friday on another episode of Whiskey Cinema.
Not Vin Diesel next week.
Come on.
We're not doing it.
What about Guardians of the Galaxy?
Let's just talk about that. Call it good.
All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much. We'll catch you next week.